back at school, I was going through a Q&A pamphlet and I came across a question. Stomatitis is the inflammation of what? And I was like, stomatitis, stomach. It should be the inflammation of the stomach. And I confidently picked stomach as my answer. Guess what? I went to the answer section and I saw inflammation of the mucous membrane of the mouth. Seriously? Alright guys, welcome back to Nospeace channel. If you're joining us for the first time, please do well to subscribe, like, and drop comments so that I can know your thoughts on this video. So today we'll be talking about prefix names for different parts of the body. At number one, we have cranial. Cranial is the prefix name for the skull. Now, everything concerning the skull, they make use of the prefix cranial. You hear things like craniology, the study of the skull, the different shapes and sizes of the skull. You hear craniostomy, which is the opening of the skull, and other things relating to the skull. So when you hear cranial, just know it's referring to the skull. And number two, we have neuro. Now, neuro deals with the nerves and the nervous system. So when you hear things like neurology, is the study of nerves and the nervous system. You hear things like neuropathy, that is a nerve disease. So when you hear neuro, just know it has to do with the nerves and the nervous system. At number three, we have cardio. Now, cardio is the prefix name for the heart. You hear things like cardiology, cardiologists, which is the heart expert. You hear things like cardiomegaly, cardiopathy. Yes, they're all talking about the heart. At number four is gastro. Now, gastro is the prefix name for the stomach. Let me give you a little tip. Now, if you feel you might find this one difficult to remember, just try and recall that there's this juice they always talk about, the gastric juice, and it's in the stomach. So definitely gastric, gastro. It has to be the stomach. Yeah, this can help you remember it. In gastro, you hear things like gastrology, gastrostomy, gastritis, which is the inflammation of the stomach, and the rest of them. At number five, we have hepato. Now, hepato is the prefix name for the liver. Hepa. Anytime you hear hepa, just know they are talking about the liver. Hepatology, liver. Hepatitis, liver. Hepatocytes, liver. They are all talking about the liver. So the next one, which is the sixth one, is nephro. Now, nephro is the prefix name for kidney. Anytime they're talking about the kidneys, they use nephro. Nephrology, study of the kidney. Nephropathy, kidney disease, and the likes of them. So when you hear nephro, just know they're talking about the kidneys. So at number seven, we have entero. Now, entero is the prefix name for the intestine. And so when you hear things like gastroenteritis, you know they're talking about the stomach and then the intestine. So when you hear gastroenteritis, itis is inflammation. So you have inflammation of both the stomach and the intestine. So that is gastroenteritis. At number eight, we have derma. Now, derma is the prefix name for the skin. Now, when they want to refer to the skin, they use derma. A dermatologist is a skin expert. Dermatology is the study of the skin. So when you hear derma, just know they are referring to the skin. So at number nine, we have osteo. Now, osteo is the prefix name for the bone. Here you hear things like osteology. Now, this is the study of the bones. When you hear osteo, once you hear osteo, just know it deals with the bone and the skeletal system. The last but not the least is hema. Hem. Hem. Now, when you hear hem or hema, just know that it refers to the blood. You hear things like hematology, hematologists, helmintics, hematoma, and the rest. So these are the top 10 prefix names for the different parts of the body. Now I want to give a little reading tip. If you're finding any of this difficult to remember, try and keep using the words. Now I'm not trying to say you should be bugging people. Just have a conversation with a friend and say, please, I'm trying to get used to these words, and try and make sure the person is also health inclined. So you can't just go and meet a lawyer and say, please, I want to be discussing medical stuff with you. It's going to be a little bit disturbing. So try and meet someone that's also in the system with you, maybe a fellow trainee, and then you guys can help each other out. So constant making use of these jargons will make you to get used to the words. And before you know, even if you try to forget it, it refuses to leave. Yeah. So I'll be dropping a video also on suffixes, medical suffixes. So do not forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I want to know your thoughts on this video. So see you next time.